Hello and welcome to Trish Polish. I'm Trish, and my goal is to swatch as much of the nail polish in Japan as I possibly can. If that sounds like something you'd also be interested in, please consider subscribing. If not, that's okay too. It's still nice to see you. If you follow me on Instagram, then you probably caught this flaily post about Neil S's collaboration with Sanrio and Hello Kitty. So you're probably not the least bit surprised about this video at all, because you knew it was coming. Actually, if you don't follow me on Instagram, take the time to hop on over there and follow me at Trish Polish. Today we are looking at 5 super cute, super sparkly, a little bit sheer polishes from Neil S and their collaboration with Sanrio. I also picked up their base coat and top coat to test those out because I was a little bit curious to see how they would hold up. So right up front, I know these polishes are not going to be like everyone's cup of tea because they are quite sheer leaning and you can still see visible nail line even after 3 coats, but they're intentionally made that way. So if you're like me and you don't mind a little bit of visible nail line along with your sparkle, then you're absolutely gonna love these. If that's not your bag, then these probably aren't for you. But they're still cute to look at anyway. So, if you have not heard of Neil S before, don't worry. They are a Japanese independent nail polish brand. They are available exclusively on their website. At the moment, unfortunately, they are only available to be shipped to Japanese addresses, so that's kind of unfortunate. But you never know what'll happen in the future, and these are too freaking cute not to share, so I wanted to share them with you anyway. I'll share a little bit more about the pricing and my thoughts on the collection after the swatches, but first, we have got 5 incredibly adorable sparkly polishes to look at, so let's get into the swatches. Underneath all of the swatches today, I will be wearing the Neil S base coat. As you can see, it is slightly tinted. I was thinking that this type of base coat would work really well with these sheer polishes, and I was right because it does cancel out a little bit of the visible nail line. I don't think this is a smoothing polish, I think it's just a long-lasting base coat, but I'm pretty impressed so far. And over the swatches today, I will be using the Neil S top coat. First up today, we have the shade Ribon Pearl Red. This polish is an iridescent white with a glorious red iridescent shimmer. So I'm not going to correct the spelling on this. This is actually the way that it's printed on the packaging, so I'm not sure if it's intentional or not. Anyway, just keep that in mind. It's not a typo, I'm just not correcting it. So no surprises here. This color is super sheer here on the first coat, but maybe that's the look you're going for, so you absolutely could wear it in 1 coat, but we're going to go in for 3 on all of the polishes, I think, today, just to see how opaque we can actually get them. No problems with the formula. Per usual, Neil S has a really smooth and nicely self-leveling formula that is really nice to work with. But like I mentioned in the intro, I know these sheer leaning polishes aren't for everyone. Given the culture around like nail polish and nails in general in Japan, like it totally makes sense that brands would tend to lean toward a more sheer polish instead of a more loud and opaque polish. And I know I've mentioned this before, but places here are super strict on like nail length and nail color, and that stretches from like all the way from school days into when you finally become a full-time worker. So it makes total sense to have like a sneaky sheer buildable polish that you can wear in as many coats as you can get away with. Does that make sense? I thought the iridescent shimmer in this one gave it a really pretty lit from within kind of glow, and I don't know, I really think this polish is beautiful. And here is 3 coats of Ribon Pearl Red and 1 coat of Ribon Pearl Red over 1 coat black. Next up, we have Gemini Star. This polish is a gorgeous mauve jelly, and it does have a faint silver shimmer. Again, no surprises, first coat super sheer, but I do think the base coat is helping just a little bit. I'm gonna sound like a broken record here, but there's absolutely no problem with the formula. It is so smooth, super leveling, and absolutely worth the price tag. So I said this in my last video, but I want you to pay attention to how much this polish transforms in between coats. Like, first coat of this polish to the second coat of this polish, it looks totally different. And then again, from second coat to third coat, the polish looks totally different. It's like, it almost gives me like a polygel kind of feel. This is a totally office appropriate color. And it's definitely mauve in the bottle, but on the nail, on me at least, it turns a little pink. So it's got that like rose quartz thing going on. It's definitely different from Hydrangea, which is the purple polish in this exact same formula that I reviewed in my last video. Whereas that one was a true purple lilac, this one is definitely leaning into mauve pink territory. I can see myself reaching for this when I want like a nail reset, you know? Do these kind of colors count as neutral? It's almost neutral. Anyway, here is 3 coats of Gemini Star and a glossy top coat. Next up, we've got Tuxedo Sam and his shade Tuxed Blue. This one is a blue jelly base with a super strong smattering of bright blue shimmer. And again with this one, I'm not going to correct the spelling. The spelling on the bottle is Tuxed Blue, and that's what we're going to stick with. So right away with this one, you can see that the shimmers actually pop off of the nail way more than the actual color of the polish does, and that just gets more intense the more coats you put on. So this may just be a me thing, but this is one of those polishes that like once you accidentally get it on your skin or in your cuticles, it's there for like weeks. That could 100% just be a Trish thing, but let me tell you, no matter how careful I was with this polish, I was still finding it in the skin around my fingers for like a week after swatching this. So I get strong summer vibes from this color, but I could also see how it could lean into like blue Christmas territory. I don't know, what do y'all think? I feel like I got this one as opaque as it's gonna get in 3 coats. Like, I don't know, you could still keep going. Honestly, the formula is not super thick, so you could go in for a 4th coat and see if you can cover all of your visible nail line, but like I said, I'm totally fine with a little visible nail line with my sparkle, so I'm not bothered at all by it. Anyway, the actual polish is gorgeous, so pretty. The shimmer almost looks unreal, like it is just like super bright and almost a little cartoony in how bright it is. Does that make sense? And here is 3 coats of Tuxed Blue with a glossy top coat. Next up is Custard Pudding. This polish is a gorgeous gold shimmer. The character on the bottle is Pom Pom Pudding, which is just really fun to say. Okay, so I don't normally gravitate toward gold polishes, but there is just something about the way this polish looks just even here in this first coat that I freaking love this. I am in love with this polish. I will go ahead and say it. This one is my favorite out of this entire collection. It is so pretty. It's not even necessarily that it's all that bright of a gold color. I think because it is such a subtle gold shimmer, that's one of the reasons I'm drawn to it. Like, it's not in your face with gold glitter. It's almost like a champagne-y gold, maybe. But this polish is like 100% tiny shimmers. With that being said, you probably could use this as like a 1-coat topper, but I was so obsessed with how this looked on its own that I didn't even think to try. Again, you could wear this polish in 1, 2, or 3 coats. I chose to go with 3 because I was just curious to see how much I could deepen up that golden shimmer, and I was not disappointed. Like, because this polish is primarily just gold shimmer, it looks like it's glowing as opposed to glittering. Does that make sense? For me personally, I would not really ever think of wearing gold as like an all finger manicure kind of situation, maybe just like as an accent nail. But with this polish, I could totally see myself wearing this color on all 10 fingers and not even blinking an eye. And here is 3 coats of Custard Pudding with a glossy top coat. Last but not least, we have the shade Cinnamon Sugar Jam. This is a chunky glitter polish that has blue, silver, and iridescent large hex glitters, small silver shards, and at its base it is a silver shimmer polish. There's a lot going on in this one. If you're someone that is into glitter placement, this is going to be your jam, but I kind of wanted to see where the glitters would fall if I just put it on my nail like normal, so that's what I did. And I kind of think the random glitter placement on this one is super cute. For the most part, you can see that the bigger glitters come out pretty well. I mean, my pinky's kind of sparse, but I could always go back and fix that if I wanted to. Like, I don't really think you have to work much to get the glitters out of the bottle and onto your nail. That being said, I suppose you could try to sponge this on and see what happened, but I kind of like the sparseness, if you know what I mean. But glitter placement is always a personal preference, so you do whatever suits you. So I was gonna stop at 2 coats on this one, like legit had made up my mind to stop at 2 coats, but then I thought that question, but what would it look like in 3? And I just kept going. I don't really see the relation between cinnamon, sugar, and jam and silver polish, but you know, it's fine. I think it's more or less a play on Cinnamoroll, who's the character on the bottle. The polish did dry down just a tad textured, but it's nothing you can't fix with a glossy top coat, so it's nothing really to worry about. And here is 3 coats of Cinnamon Sugar Jam and a glossy top coat. So what do you think? Are you a sheer sparkly polish convert yet? Not yet? Need to see more? I can probably handle that. Anyway, which one of these was your favorite? Leave me a comment down below and let's have a chat about it. I'm curious to see where you fall on these sheer leaning sparkly polishes. Like I said, it's probably not going to be for everyone, but if you love it, you love it. So yeah, let's have a chat about it. Okay, so for me, I don't generally tend to gravitate towards gold glittery polishes, but there is just something about Custard Pudding that is just so freaking irresistible to me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that it is a brighter gold polish. Maybe it's that it's like more of a shimmery than a full out glitter polish. I don't really know, but I can't get enough of this. It is so beautiful on the nail. A close second was Ribon Pearl Red with Miss Hello Kitty on the front because I am a sucker for milky, pearlescent, white polishes with a contrasting shimmer. Give me all of them. I want them all. And now a little bit more information about the polishes themselves. They do come in 10 milliliter bottles. They retail for 2,200 Japanese yen, which is about 15 US dollars. Today, anyway. And as I mentioned earlier, they are available for purchase on their website only, but they recently did a pop-up shop at Isetan in Shinjuku, which is a huge department store. So you could physically walk in, choose your polishes, and check out there. Or a really cool thing was they also had them available on Isetan's website. So hopefully with that, the brand got a lot more attention and maybe we'll see a lot more colors in the future, maybe some international shipping. Yeah, one can hope. So that's going to be all from me today. Before you go, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job. And if you'd like to hang out and talk some more about Japanese nail polish or, you know, just nail polish in general, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Monday. Thank you guys so much for watching and y'all have a good week.